Hello, my name's Brad. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. This is a channel where I go through my budgeting experience. I'm a single man who works in the service sector, and I use simple tools such as calendars, and this is the puppy of the month for this month. And I also use paper and pen, and I use envelopes. Now I use a digital envelope system called Qube Money, but you can use other kinds of envelopes or other kinds of categories. If you're really good with Excel, you can use those. I will be using Excel, but I'm not going to use any formulas, so that it's just easier to film that. So you can easily see this is something I can do just on a regular piece of paper, which is something I also do before I turn on the Excel sheet. But anyhow, I hope that you enjoy this video. We will be going through the bills that I have from the 1st of May until present day. I'm going to be paid in a few days, and so I just wanted to double check all of the bills that automatically come out of my Qube Money bank account, and check those off as they go, and just sort of be prepared for the next paycheck. So enjoy. Find the first bill of the month, so I'm going down to May 1st and seeing if I can find my rent, and there it is. It's $6.95, which is the same amount that I had put in as the payment plan for $6.95. So I draw a little square around it on my calendar, and I put a little check mark in my on my piece of paper, which is the Excel sheet on the right side there, and I put in the date that it was paid. Do the same thing with the next one, which is Patreon, for $26.55, and then see if there's another one to put in. Looks like Microsoft 360 is the next one that was paid on the 4th. So I'll put Microsoft in, and it was the same dollar amount. If the dollar amount differs, instead of putting an X, I would just put the new dollar amount there. Next one looks like it's going to be Commerce Bank. So Commerce Bank is the $56.25, and it was on the 5th, which is different on the calendar, so I made a little notation on the new date for Commerce Bank after I drew the little square around it. I put a notation that it was actually on the 5th. Then I put a little note on the 5th saying commerce was paid there. That helps me for next month when I'm trying to figure out which dates everything is due for next month. So then I go to my piece of paper, and I go from the left to the right. I took my beginning balance for rent plus the funded plan, which was funded automatically, and then minus the paid amount, which was $6.95. The balance is $2.75. I do the same thing with Patreon. The beginning balance is $40.50. The funded plan was $11.25, automatically funded, and paid $26.55. And so the balance now is $25.20. So you see how I'm going from left to right on each one of these. Commerce Bank started out with $52.75 in that envelope, and added 26. I took out $56.25. Total now is $22.50. And then the Microsoft one started out with $10.77. I added $5. I took out $10.61. So the new balance is $5.16. And then there's my utilities. Started out with $27.43. Funded $22.83 automatically. Then the payment was $44.37, which gives me a balance now of $5.89 in that envelope. There was one more bill that was paid before I went to record, and that was the care credit. But before I do that, I'm just kind of looking down at these other balances that did not have a payment this time around. So I started with a beginning balance, and I added the amount that was funded, and then just took that across to the new balance. And Best Life this month is there's no payment due because it has a credit balance. And so now the last one was Care Credit. That one was Synchrony, same thing. So $194. And it was paid on the 12th. So we started, the balance for Care Credit was $118, and then there was $90 added automatically, and then they just took the payment of $194. So then that gives us a new balance of $14. We put that into our piece of paper on the left, $14. And that gets us to current date. So before payday, I do have 2 more bills that'll come out automatically. Midco, which is my internet, and Netflix. And then, but everything looks good there. I'll take the new balances and I'll transfer those over to the beginning balance for the next period. Well, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Appreciate you viewing this video. If you like what you've seen, please feel free to leave a comment and like and subscribe to the channel. This channel's theme is Proverbs 3 verses 5 and 6, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths." I sure hope that wherever you go, that you can place your trust in Him, and He will make your paths straight. Until next time, we'll see you later.